Hi, everybody. um, it is 3:15 in the morning, and I am fucking pissed. Uh, I was woken up about 1:30 in the morning. I live across the street from a schoolyard, and the schoolyard has some sheds over there, and these sheds just attract everybody who's up to no good. They're not up against the buildings. They're not against each other. Every shed has like four corners where somebody could hide around it. If people aren't hiding in the corners to do who knows what, then they're climbing on them and trying to climb on the school, or trying to break into the sheds. Um, and I've complained to the school board too about it once. Because yeah, they attract people. Like the setup of this definitely attracts people. Um, anyways, that's not what the complaint is about. Complaints about the Moose Jaw City Police and how useless they are, and how there's really no point in ever calling them when something's going on. um, yeah, so I'm woken up about 1:30 in the morning, and I could hear people, like people are like talking or something. It's like it sounded like there's more than one person. Um, but I kind of dozed off again, and then like 2 a.m. I'm woken up, and I can hear a guy like screaming and crying, and I'm like, and it's like it sounds like a grown man. It doesn't sound like a kid or anything. So I'm looking outside. I can see the guy, and he's in a red hoodie, and he can't even walk. Like he's just stumbling around the schoolyard. So probably a meth head. So call the police. I told them, and I said exactly where he was, and I'm like waiting and waiting, and I can still hear the guy. And now at the like so yeah, after like maybe 10 minutes or so, like I'm still hearing him, but he's not as loud. So I'm kind of wondering, like, is he left the schoolyard? Like, is he, could he be in my yard? Do I need to go check my property? So I went outside. I'm on my front doorstep, and I can hear the guy. Like, I'm like, no, he sounds like he's still in the schoolyard. Here come the Moose Jaw City Police. Come down the one street, and they drive down my street, and then they hit the end, and they just take off. They don't even drive up the other side of the schoolyard. And the guy was still over there. Like I could still hear him. Like they didn't they barely even slowed down as they drove down my block. Like it was useless. There was no point to calling them. Um, yeah, and I don't know what the deal with this guy is. Like I said, I'm assuming meth head, but you know, there was another day. Um, there was like adults, like grown men were over in that schoolyard, and they were up on these sheds, and they were jumping around them and then trying to jump up like onto the actual school roof building and then trying to jump off. And like if somebody had fallen, they easily could have fallen and broken their neck, and the kids all would have arrived to school the next morning and just found a body laying in front of the front doors. And the cops did nothing that time either. There was another time last summer, a bunch of cars pulled up, and probably like 20 kids or so pile out of these cars, and you could tell they're trying to break into the school. And then I was out there. I went out, and I'm turning my lights on, and you can see me out there on my phone. And then they all hopped in their cars and took off. A couple of them didn't make it into the cars. They're like running after the cars, screaming. I had plate numbers. Cops didn't care that time either. They wouldn't even send somebody. They wouldn't even take the report. They hung up on me, actually. And then what was in the news the next day? Another school was broken into. Police were looking for information. And I had the information, but they didn't want it. So yeah, I'm pissed. Yeah, 3 a.m. And you can't get back to sleep after this. I did go take a walk through the schoolyard after the cops did nothing. The guy finally did wander away and leave. But, it's hard to get back to sleep after something like that because you don't really know where the guy is. Like, I hate this city. Honestly, this is getting ridiculous.